to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We talking about potential problems with South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball team. Some potential problems for the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball team. The season starts officially. We have an exhibition game in 12 days. 12 days, y'all. 12 days, 1 o'clock against Rutgers, Colonial Life Arena. Be there or be squared. That's what the old folks used to say, and I guess that's what I say now because I'm an old dude myself. Be there or be square. Donations for breast cancer awareness in honor of Nikki McCray. We have basketball going down. We have real basketball going down November the 6th. November the 6th against Notre Dame in Paris on ESPN at 1 o'clock. Basketball is here. And in light of that, with all the changes of this basketball team, with all the new faces on this basketball team, we're going to go through some problems. We're going to go through some problems potentially for this South Carolina Gamecock basketball team. We are here. We are ready. Let's go. Number one, minutes and production. Minutes and production. South Carolina lost 7 players from last year's team. 7 players from last year's team. 5 quote-unquote starters from last year's team. Okay? 5 players got drafted to the W from last year's team. So replacing all those moving pieces, replacing all those minutes, replacing that production from the players that left, it's going to be tough. No way to sugarcoat it. No way to massage it. It is going to be tough to replace all those players, and more specifically, the minutes and production. If we break it down, let's break it down, okay? Zia Cooke, drafted by the Los Angeles Sparks in the first round, averaged 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, played 988 minutes last season. 988 minutes. She played more minutes than anybody on the Gamecock basketball team. She averaged 27 minutes per game. She is gone. 988 minutes is tough to replace anywhere, okay? Especially for this team. So this is the reason that you bring in a Tahina Pow. This is the reason you bring in a veteran who's played high-level basketball. This is the reason you bring in her. This is the reason you bring her to this basketball team to help replace those minutes and production. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 80% for the free throw line. 80% for the free throw line, 35% from 3. It's going to be tough to replace. Do it all. Aliyah Boston, number 1 pick in the WNBA draft, played 969 minutes. 969 minutes last season. We know the accolades. We know the production that Aliyah Boston had over 4 years. We know all that. We know the leadership that she displayed. We know the defense. And that's something that's not being talked about enough in what we are losing from Aliyah Boston. We are losing, quote unquote, the best defensive player in the country. Definitely the best defensive post player in the country. And we're losing that on the offensive and defensive end. I think we can replace on the offensive end. I think a combination of Camila Cardoza and Sanaya Fagan is going to replace those offensive numbers. But defensively, there is no one on this South Carolina team that plays defense in the post like Aliyah Boston. So that's why I think it's going to be a step back defensively in the post in particular because of Aliyah Boston being gone. Okay? Aliyah Boston, we will replace the 13 points. We will replace the 10 rebounds. Those numbers will be replaced. But the replacing her defense won't be easy, and it won't be done this upcoming season. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. 969 minutes is 969 minutes of defense, of leadership, of being the best player in college basketball. Bar none. That's why she was #1 pick. So you got Zia Cooke with 988 minutes. You got Aliyah Boston with 969 minutes. Gone. Gone. Then you pull up with Brea Beal. Brea Beal played 939 minutes. 939 minutes of basketball. And most of those 939 minutes, she was locking up the best perimeter player on offense. The offensive numbers for Brea Beal was never great. Last year she averaged averaged 6 points, shot 38% from 3-point range in limited attempts. Shot 57% from the free throw line. But she earned her money on the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball team on the defensive end. That's what she earned it. That's what she made it. This is why we were 36-1. Should have went undefeated last season, but we lost to Iowa. But that's another conversation on a different day. But this is why we were so great last year on the defensive end. But we're losing the top three. The big three for South Carolina is gone. Aliyah Boston, Zia Cooke, Brea Beal is gone. Those three played over 900 minutes a game last season. So going into this upcoming season, we have to develop another big three. Will that big three be Raven Johnson, Kamilla Cardozo, Tina Pow? Will it be Kamilla Cardozo, Bree Hall, Raven Johnson? However, we have to develop a big three who's going to take the bulk of the minutes for this basketball team. If we having this conversation at the end of the season and we don't have an established big three who dominated the landscape of college basketball, we're going to be in a problem. The season will not be successful, or it's not successful as the standard of South Carolina Gamecocks. We have to have that. We've been spoiled by that as fans. So when you talk about the big three and the production, then you kind of come down a little bit with Kiara Fletcher playing 572 minutes. Letitia Mee here playing 572 minutes. Victoria Saxton, 596 minutes. We are putting players in roles that they've never had before. Now it is time, and in talent-wise, they can do it. So Tina Pow have to play over 900 minutes this upcoming season. Sanaya Fagan have to play. If she's going to be the one who I think she is, she has to play over 900 minutes this upcoming season. Kamilla Cardozo have to ball out this upcoming season and play extended minutes. She's in the shape that she needs to be in. Now, Raven Johnson averaged 19 minutes a game, 36 games. Okay? Those numbers will go up. Those numbers will go up to 25, 27 minutes a game. We need Raven playing 800 plus minutes and playing 800 plus minutes during the season of Hollywood Raven Johnson. But if we don't have the players to be able to step up and step in those minutes and create the production of the last 2-3 years, there's going to be a problem with South Carolina this upcoming season. Another thing that we have to talk about is three-point shooting. And it's been lamented for a while. But let's break it down. Let's break down the three-point shooting. South Carolina shot 31%. 31% from three last season. 31%. And that 31% ranked 173rd. 173rd in the country. For a team that went 36-1, undefeated in SEC play. Final Four. But shot 173rd from the three-point line. We have to be better. And I think we will be better at the three-point line. We're never going to shoot a crazy amount of threes on this basketball team. We shot we made 163 threes. That ranked 225th in the country. Okay? We attempted 525 threes. Ranked 249 attempts in the country. We ain't gonna shoot a lot of them. But when we shoot them, we have to make them at a higher clip. We have to make a higher percentage than 31% this upcoming season. I think Tina Pow will be that person to increase the three-point percentage. I think she would shoot a really good clip this upcoming season. I think Tessa Johnson, when she's in the game, going to shoot a nice percentage. I think Bree Hall, Breezy shot 36% from three-point range, but she only had 2 attempts per game. So I expect if she shoots, let's say if Bree Hall shoots 4 threes a game, shooting at 36%, that's really good. That's really good for the Gamecocks. And I can't poo-poo on three-point shooting without talking about the success that we had at the 2-point range. Now, analytics is this, analytics is that, but South Carolina was number 1 at the 2. Okay? Number 1 in the country in attempts, in makes, in percentage. Number 1. So when we talk about how good, or we talk about how bad South Carolina was shooting the three, we all see the waving off of Dunn and Raven Johnson. We don't talk about South Carolina number 1 and 2s. Now, obviously, more threes, you're going to get more points. But we were very efficient because South Carolina was second in points in the country. So I see and I hear a lot about South Carolina need to change their play. It's not working. Everybody's shooting the three. Blah, 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 blah. I hear that. And for most teams, that might be the case. But that's not true for South Carolina. South Carolina was second in the country in points while shooting 173rd in the country in three-point percentage. What if that goes up to 75th in the country? What if that 31% goes to 36%? Dawn Staley knows what she's doing. We are a 2-point shooting team who occasionally shoot threes. We were in free throw percentage or in free throws attempted. We were 4th in the country. 4th in the country in attempts. 6th in the country in made. So we were a 2-point shooting team who got to the free throw line a lot. Now, as far as our free throw percentage, we were 69% from the free throw line ranked at 248. So we have to improve that. That is a must. Free throws wins games, and South Carolina needs to improve their free throw shooting. Zia Cooke, who shot 79% at the free throw line, is gone. So her high percentage is gone. But you put in Tina Pow, who shot over 80%. So it's a wash, right? Okay, so Aliyah Boston, who did everything, shot 75% from the free throw line. Great, especially for a 6'5" big. Brea Beal, who was never known for her offensive scoring ability, was a liability at the free throw line. Brea Beal shot 58% from the free throw. We have to be better. So if you put in Bree Hall to take the place of Brea Beal, right? In limited attempts, Bree Hall shot 61%. Not much better than Brea Beal. Bree Hall has to be better at the free throw line when she gets to the free throw line. We will see more volume, so hopefully with more volume, we will see her percentage go up. But she has to play better and make those shots at the free throw line because she's going to get fouled. She's going to get fouled. Camila Cardoza shot 70% from the free throw line. 6'7", 6'8", big. You ain't gonna ask much. That's what we want. That's what we want. Camila Cardoza shooting 70% from the free throw line is good for this basketball team. We need to have our guards and the ones our big. If Camila Cardoza gonna get fouled a lot. We know that she's gonna get fouled a lot this upcoming season. But I believe she's gonna make her free throws. She's gonna make her free throws. Sanaya Fagan in limited free throws. She had 73%. She's gonna be in there a whole lot more. Raven Johnson was my favorite player on the team. Shot 65% from the free throw line. That has to be improved. Our point guard has to shoot a high free throw percentage. She has to. So that 65% need to be 75% this upcoming season. 75%. Raven Johnson has to be great at the free throw line. Not good. She has to be great at the free throw line, and I believe she will. Kiara Fletcher shot 78% from the free throw line. Didn't realize that. Chloe, Sanaya, Ashlyn Watkins, those players who with increased minutes have to make their free throws because they are filling a role. Those ladies are filling a role that was filled by Aliyah, Victoria Saxton, Letitia Amihir. They have to make their free throws. Amihir shot 67% from the free throw line. In limited minutes, Ashlyn Watkins shot 47% from the free throw. Free throws win games, and our girls gotta make those free throws when get called upon. If we're gonna be a 2-point shooting team, and go to the free throw line and shoot more 6 in the country in attempts, we have to hit our free throws. If we ain't gonna shoot a whole bunch of threes, we have to hit our free throws and score at the clip that we are doing with our twos. That's how we are going to be a dominant team this upcoming season. That's why. That is how. It ain't rocket science. It really ain't rocket science. You either get a lot from the 3-point line or you're getting a lot from twos and free throws. And South Carolina Gamecocks, like I said, who was second in the country in points, that don't get no recognition. None. No recognition that South Carolina was second in the country with points. None. What gets recognition is shooting a whole bunch of threes. But we are efficient at basketball another way. Okay? The final thing that could be a problem for the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball team this upcoming season is leadership. Leadership. You can't touch leadership. But you know what it's like when someone is a leader. But you can't touch it. You can't build it. You can't mold it. You either have leadership or that leadership built trait, or you don't. South Carolina was blessed to have leaders on their basketball team. This team, for the 2023-2024 season, has to have leaders to step up. Has to have leadership. Because we need leaders on this team when we go through that bad stretch. When we lose 2-3 games in a row. If we lose against Notre Dame, and if we lose against Maryland, where is the direction for this basketball team? Who's going to go into the locker room and shake things up and fix it? Not the coaches. Not the coaches. I'm talking about the girls on the basketball team who looks each other eye to eye and say, yo, we got to fix this. We gotta come together as a team to fix this. Because Aliyah's gone, Brea's gone, Zia's gone. Saxton, who was a unsung leader on this basketball team, is gone. We have to develop. We have to see who those leaders are for this basketball team. There has to be. I hope that it's already established who the leaders are in this team. We can say captains. Yeah, captains. We can say who are the captains on this team. But the captains on this team don't necessarily mean who the leader on this team. It means that the coaches has established this player to be a captain for this upcoming season. But a leader is being a leader on the floor. It's being a leader on the bench. It's been a leader in the dorms or the apartments in the caf. While y'all out to the club. While y'all out playing spades. That's a leader. Say that ain't got nothing to do with the basketball. Leader in the weight room. That's a leader. And we have to find that on this basketball team. For this team to be successful, we have to have one or two leaders who will shake things up when things go bad. And will keep the focus when things are going good. Because there's going to be times on this basketball team. There's going to be times during this season when things are going to go bad. There's going to be times. There's going to be times on this team when things are looking great and we're going to look like national champions. But finding that median, finding that even kill, that's what leadership means, and that's what we need. Is it going to be Raven? Is it going to be Tahina? Is it going to be Camilla? Is it going to be Brea? I don't know who it's going to be. Hell, it might be a player I'm not even talking about. But we need to find that leadership and ride that for this upcoming season. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go.